And we have Rahul with us, who has worked in India as an SRE engineer in media.net and have moved to UK and have also got offer from Meta, as well as he has also got offer from Google. So in this video, we will be going over his resume, which has helped him to land such kind of companies. So Rahul, glad that you are here again and you are going to share your resume to the people. But before sharing that, just introduce yourself, like what are you currently doing, what are the things that you are going to talk about in the coming video.
Great. Thanks for having me, Praveen. Like it is always great to have here on this platform and share some of the bits for people to get some inspiration from. Yeah. So I am Rahul. I am working as a production engineer, or you can call site reliability engineer in Meta, London. I have also worked with Mnet, Media.net, as a site reliability engineer in the past. And today we are going to look at the resume, which kind of helped me get some interviews. So yeah, I can share like what format I used, where I got the inspiration for that resume format. I think it's very, very popular. And I can go each of my experiences and some of the areas which can people use as a pointer for their
Great, great.
resume.
Great. So Rahul, go ahead and please tell some things in your resume. Please share your screen. People would love to see like what exactly that you have done the magic. You got the offers from such great companies, and let's go ahead.
Of course. So this is my resume, and I'm just gonna type like where did I get this resume from. So if you just type Bajaj's resume on Google, he's a great guy like Saurabh Bajaj. He's the one who created this. I think it's a format probably on this one. Yeah, you can get an overlay. So you don't have to write this from scratch. You can just open as a template, and it will give you a latex language, right? Like latex is basically a language where you can edit your stuff, and it will just compile in a PDF format, and you can just share that. So this is the format I used. If you see my resume, it's exactly that.
Got it. Got it. Great.
So it's the same format.
Got it. So over to your resume. Just tell us like what are the things that should be there in the resume. I see that your name is there, but probably you would have removed your LinkedIn ID, mobile number, and all those details. So just tell us like, yeah, these all things are mandatory, and then we can go ahead your projects.
Yeah, I think for now, people should definitely be aware that like maybe 5 years ago, 10 years ago, people used to manually inspect your resume. Now it's the era of automation. So you need to be very precise, and you should not clutter your resume, because I am pretty sure, 100% sure, there's an AI bot parsing your resume when you're submitting it, right? So my suggestion would be to keep it as concise as possible and let it be clutter free. Like I have seen some resume with very colorful and three, four pages of resume. Keep it short, like maybe 1, 2, or maximum 3 pages, uh, and try to put your details, like details as in how to contact you. So LinkedIn is one way, your contact number, and definitely your email ID, which is more active, and of course your name. And then you start with your experiences. And best way to for me right now, this experience is very outdated, but I will try to share like what exactly you did in terms of some metric. Let me rephrase that. So let's say you are working as a site reliability engineer, and you worked on some project like which saved money for the company because you made some system efficient, or there was some reliability concern for the system and we were losing money because there was constant downtimes happening, and you fix that issue. Now there is no downtime. So you need to transform this sentence in a way that how you saved money for the company, because in the end, if there's a downtime, you are losing money for the company. So you need to transform that into a metric which can be more attractive. So for me, that is missing. So
Yeah.
sorry for that, but this is
No.
something I would definitely recommend. And a brief discussion about like what your team exactly is doing and what is the product about. And you need to follow the exact same pattern for all of your work. Um, of course, like when you are coming out of your university, you're working on a very small project, so that kind of impact will not be visible because of your intern project. So if you start from bottom, like this is my first internship, that will be very basic. But as you scroll up, and the top one should be your highlight, like what exactly you are working currently in your company. So I think it is quite visible. Like you can see, like there are 2 3 sentences, but as you move up, number of sentences are increasing for the most recent experience, and this is how it should look like.
Understood, understood. So tell me one thing, like people usually feel that the outside countries usually prefer one page resume or two-page resume or one project or two project. So what is your take? So I can see one, two, three, four, five, almost six uh points you have given as part of the company name. So what is your take on that?
Yep. Uh, I mean, honestly, I have seen with, after applying at many places, not all companies requires uh, all skills. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
some of the roles you would see, like they are looking for something very very specific, and I would definitely sit and transform my resume to meet their criteria. So what mistake we do is like we just create one resume which we think as uh, can be applied everywhere. So we just have one copy of resume and we keep on applying with the same resume.
Mhm.
I have seen that you need to transform your resume based on the role. So you can have n amount of resume copies, and you need to change that based on like what they are looking for. For example, if I'm looking at my resume, and I was a machine learning researcher in these two areas, in these two firms or university. If I'm not applying for machine learning role, does it even make sense? No, right? So I
Correct.
can just remove this.
Hmm.
So try to make it more concise. Try to have a different version of your resume for different roles, what they're exactly looking for. But of course, like as you go more senior engineer, you become more experienced in your role. By the time you have your own niche, you have your own area you are good at. So at that time, the resume won't change a lot. But since you are starting and you have explored many things, you should kind of try to transform your resume based on that.
Got it. Awesome. So very fairly, I can see that Python, 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 everywhere Python is there. So do you think that in today's time for any SRE engineer or a DevOps engineer, is Python important? If yes, how it had helped you also to scale things?
Well, Python is the best tool or programming language to do prototype
Hmm.
or to automate. So as a site reliability engineer, most of the time you are trying to automate stuff, uh, and Python is the best tool to do that. New tool in town is Rust. Rust is also good.
Okay.
It has some capability to write some good command line uh, tools, as well as it is also trying to compete with C++. But what I mean to say is Python is a great tool for automating. That's one of the requirement for SREs. Secondly, if you have some new ideas and you want to build a system, I think before building the full-fledged system, you need to build a prototype, and Python is the best tool to do that. You don't you it has a very less friction as compared to different languages.
Got it. Got it. So I can see that in media.net, mostly on the data SRE engineer you were part of, where you are telling manage large Hadoop, Druid, Kafka, Elasticsearch clusters, design and deploy large scale monitoring, logging, alerting systems, identified issues and scopes for optimizing infrastructure, HDFS, Druid. And I think because of this, you got the Apple opportunity, which moved that slowly
Yeah.
into your moving out of from India to the other country, right? So how
Yeah.
you got this, like, because see, going from a fresher role to a media.net and working on this large scale data, it's very difficult, right? So what do you think that how were you able to manage these all things?
Yeah, that's a great observation, right? Like you were just being sneaky about it. So if you start with a meter.net, you would see monitoring and alerting.
Yes.
Then Google Summer of Code, monitoring system for large distributed service. Then I was working in the same team as an intern, so I ended up being in the same team. So it
Oh.
was again monitoring and logging and alerting systems. And for Meta, it's still data streaming. So it's also logging
Oh.
system. So in TLDR is, yeah, I kept on trying to get a compound interest on the thing which
Correct.
I worked in the past.
True.
Sorry, what was the question? I forgot about that.
Yeah, that like, how did you manage to learn these all things like
Uh,
Hadoop, HDFS? Because probably you were learning some other things, and these all are other things, right?
yeah, true. So, for, like I said, like when I was as an intern, I started with a very small project. Like it was basically understanding disk performance of
Mm.
each of the hosts. So
Mm.
you're running applications on many systems, and you're using disk. So we wanted to take a look at real-time uses of those disk IO.
Mm.
And I built a small tool or a small script which used to run on each of the hosts, and it used to collect data and used to send it to a centralized system, which is basically ELK,
Yes.
Elastic
Logstash
Kibana
Kibana. Yeah. Yeah.
Logstash. Yeah.
Correct.
So that's how we used to do it. So I learned something from this intern. Then I went to CERN. In CERN, I learned more than ELK stack. They were using Prometheus, they were using Grafana, they were using Dockers, Kubernetes, because I built a system, but it needs to be deployed on Kubernetes and it needs to be a Docker image. So I learned something more in CERN. Then I joined Meta.net as a full time. I had no idea about the Hadoop, HDFS, and anything,
Yes.
or Kafka at all. But I knew like what I built. So with time, I was trying to learn each of the tools, each of the system, and what exactly they are doing. And I think this is true for any engineer who is, or any student who is studying in university and going to a company. So in university, you are learning about uh, like very basic things, like how to write a program, how to run your operating system, what is networking, like what is TCP, and all this stuff. But no one knows about Hadoop or HDFS or Kafka or AWS or anything in university. Nowadays, maybe, but I think even then you are not first hand. You don't have a first hand experience. You get only first hand experience when you join the company, and you don't need to get overwhelmed. With time, you will get to learn all these tools, but you need to spend some time and understand each of them, like what exactly they are doing.
Understood. So, as you have told, like the CERN company, which you got you the Google Summer of Code. So, you worked in the Geneva, Switzerland, or it was again a, like you do work from home kind of thing?
Well, it was work from home because it was COVID.
Okay.
But this is based in Geneva. Um, the good thing was, like, if there was no COVID, I would have traveled to work with them,
Yes.
but that didn't happen because of Corona.
Great. So would you mind sharing any documents or any link which can help now the students to apply for Google Summer of Code? And I think it's amazing opportunity for anyone to start their career, right? If they're not looking for anything like low things, probably this is what they can do, right? If they have good idea. So can you little bit scroll down? Probably we will go over some more things on the AI. Like again, on the Veena, you got one opportunity. Yes, publication, academic projects, achievements. So I think this is where people would love to know about you. So what are these things? I never did any publication. I don't have the achievements, probably what you have given. So can you talk about the publications part little bit?
Of course, these are the byproduct of the internship or the Google Summer of Code. The
Okay.
last one is byproduct of the internship with TUVN. So we were working on like as simple as like a clustering algorithm. Like
Mm-hmm.
you have heard about the clustering algorithm in machine learning, right? Like you try to cluster same kind of entity. So this was something we were trying to uh, use this in an evaluation framework. So this whole internship was mainly about like it was more of an amalgamation of computer science and electronic. So they were trying to work on antennas, and we were trying to use clustering algorithm on those systems to do some evaluation, as simple as that. So we established this, we worked on this, and when everything was working fine and good, so our professor, they suggested, let's also have a publication for this work. So that was the byproduct of it. Same goes for Sun. When I was working on their monitoring infrastructure, I was building sub part of the entire monitoring infrastructure. But if you look at this paper, it
Yeah.
talks about the entire infrastructure, not just of my contribution.
Got it.
But if you scroll down, there is a part of where I'm talking about my monitoring thing, which I built
Hmm.
uh, uh, for CERN. So yeah, this is a byproduct of it. The academic projects, the first one is basically I was working with one of my PhD bhaiya. He was in my university when I was doing my bachelor's, and I was interested into working in the machine learning. So we had some idea about um, not Gen AI, but at that time it was more of I mean, this graph algorithms or CNN, all this was picking up. Even the GAN was picking up. So that's when we built this handwritten text generation through
Hmm.
your input data. That was one thing. Second, I think I am missing one more publication. So when I was working on the handwritten text generation, we also kind of try to use machine learning to bypass captchas. So you know that
Yes.
when they are on website, there are captchas. You need to click
Yes.
it, but there are
Hmm.
simple captchas where you can just apply machine learning, convert that into a text, and you can just add in. Basically, you can create a script or automation to bypass that captcha.
Mm-hmm.
So one of my same PhD bhaiya and I worked together to kind of use machine learning for exploitation. So it was more of a machine learning plus computer security part, and we also have a publication for that.
Understood, understood. That's great. So one point before you talk, actually you have completed the academic projects, but I see that very different things you have put in your resume coming to the second page, like publications, academic projects. Even the achievements are very rare to find. Like people go and secure some positions, and that too from some universities doing the USA, right? So how do you get all these ideas, man? Tell me, because I have to again tell to the people like, okay, you better go and do such kind of things to make your resume different. So tell me, like, what exactly this achievements? How did you got it? And if anyone wants to do it, how do they do it?
For the second and third point, it's quite obvious. Like second was it was our tech fest, our own university tech
Yes.
fest. That's where we built this. There was a robotics competition,
Mm-hmm.
and the idea was to use image processing to win the competition. It was as simple as soccer. Like there was two teams playing soccer on a big board,
Mm-hmm.
and the player was basically a bot. So we had to make it smart and also uh, make it eligible to process the image as in what they are looking at right now using the camera,
Got.
and it needs to win the game. Of course, it was a team game. It was not just me. So there was a team, and we secured first position for that. Last one is basically I wanted to do a uh, experience on the startup thingy. So one of my friend, we uh, worked together to build something called on your fingertip. In today's world, that's called Blinkit.
Okay.
So let's say Blinkit for college students. So they used to get food,
Oh, okay.
any groceries, fruits, eggs, whatever. So we had a connection with a bunch of people, a bunch of shops near our university,
Mm.
and we used to buy things in bulk. So they were our own. They were our warehouse. So we
Correct.
used to buy things from them, and we used to deliver to the students. So that was kind of I think the first one is like I shared it before as well on different platforms. I was doing CTFs in my university. At some point of time, I ended up creating a team in my university with some of my friends in the same batchmate and some of my juniors. But for fair amount of time, I was doing CTF on my own. So PICO CTF is a very popular CTF competition done by CMU USA,
Oh,
and they do it every single year.
okay.
So in 2018, I was competing on my own,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna call it like not ninth position globally, but in India, I was at the position. Of course, there was a
Right.
globally there was different position, but in India, I was securing that position. How did I got to know about this? Like I shared, I think previously with you, I was in Sri Chaitanya. There were some of my
I
friends who were in IIT, and they were doing CTFs in their university, and I got to know about, oh, this is something, it's very cool. I can do it on my own. Nobody is stopping it. It's just you need a laptop. That's it, and laptop and an internet. So that's how I started doing CTFs. Actually, there are very good teams or universities in India who also do CTF. One of them is IIT Roorkee. I think IIT Roorkee is doing that. There's also a team called B10S
okay.
BIOS, and I think it's in South India, some university. I don't remember the probably Amrita. I think it's in South India.
Okay.
Also very good. So I also
Mhm.
got into their Discord channels, got to learn from them, and that's
Oh,
how I started doing the CTF.
awesome, awesome. So, tell me, like, maybe I might be asking in a different way, right? So, do you think that these all things, whatever have you have kept, have helped you to land Google and Meta in today's in like 4 years back? What do you think?
Uh, Honestly speaking, I don't know because when your resume is selected, they don't really tell you like why did they select your
Correct.
resume.
But what is your gut feeling here?
My gut feeling would be yes, as long as they are looking for something. For example, like let's say someone is hiring for SREs, right? And if they look at my resume, I have done fair amount of work in distributed systems, right?
Yes.
I have built monitoring and alerting pipeline. And
Yes.
if they scroll down, they can also see that, okay, I have also done CTF. So
Yes.
CTF is notoriously popular popular among many companies, that
Yeah.
if people have done CTF, they are good at operating system, they are good at networking, they are good at Linux in general. So this guy things kinds of give them signal, okay, maybe this is a good fit. They can also talk about robotics. Like robotics is also has some sense of electronics in it, right? There's an
Mhm.
image processing. So let's say someone, I was applying for something in machine learning, so they can look at, okay, he has worked in image processing, he has worked in robotics. Maybe machine learning and robotics both can go in hand. There is a machine learning publication as well. I have also done graph neural network and GCN with mostly AI. Is also a popular machine learning startup in
Mhm.
Vienna. So yeah, I mean definitely there are some of the achievements and some of the points in the resume which definitely helped me get the interviews. Which exact points, that I don't know,
Yeah.
but my in general suggestion would be to, I mean, at least for the university people, just explore as many options as you can, and not try to explore many options, and you will eventually understand like what exactly you like to do.
True, true. Awesome, man. So I think this is one of the best resumes I have seen till now. Like sharing all
Thank
your
you.
data, which can actually put you in a good shape in front of anyone who is looking at this resume. So thanks a lot, Rahul. So one last question, we will end this whatever we are doing, right? Resume talk. So in 2025, anyways, in 1 month we are going to enter into 2026. If you are going to do a job search, would you keep the same template? First question, and would you change this template or any points? Would you, as you have told the metrics and all, you will definitely add it, but what is that you're going to look at this resume in a different way?
I mean, I think the answer is quite obvious, right? Like you would probably agree with that. Uh, in this document, in this resume, there is no indication that I know Gen AI.
Yes.
I there's no indication that I have been using AI tool to make my
Yes.
life easier.
Hmm.
It is as same as uh, my resume in 2001.
Oh,
Let's just give an example.
okay.
2001, 2005, and I have not mentioned Python
Yes.
or C++
Okay.
or Hadoop or HDFS. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Like what I'm
Yes.
saying is Gen AI and all these things are advancing a lot, and it's a new tool. It's a new tool in our arsenal. We need to use it somehow. We need to showcase that we are using in our day-to-day life, uh, and that's what most of the jobs are looking for right now,
Yes.
right?
True, true, true. That's true. That's true. Awesome, man. I think whatever you wanted to share with the people, you have shared. And I've got a brief idea like, okay, publications are important, the personal projects, the achievements, right? All those things are definitely going to help. So thanks a lot, Rahul, for sharing your resume. And very glad that you came forward, you took time to share with the community. And I think this is going to be one of the best place for them to understand क्या रहना चाहिए क्या नहीं रहना चाहिए what are the importance of internships and all. So thanks a lot for taking time, Rahul, and thanks. Yeah.
Of course, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to help people, and of course, my DMs are open. Feel free to ask questions if you have any on LinkedIn. And if I'm not available, Praveen is there. He can help me
Yeah.
connect with you guys for sure.
So one thing I would like to tell about Rahul, like 4 years back, we have connected like at least three and a half, I think. So at that time, I was thinking in a scale that okay, Rahul will also be like maybe mentor the people, guide the people. But for a while, he went to other place, probably responsibilities and all those have filled. But if you see his LinkedIn, Rahul Indra, few posts are there which are crazy, like 8,000 likes. That one is really like I think you put that heart while writing that post, huh? That gone crazy
Yeah,
without a
yeah,
picture, without you talking about anything like, okay, bhai, this is what the reality is. And the reality check is
yeah.
very important for the people to know.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the date, it was very
Yes,
early time when I moved to London, and I started getting calls from people. Oh, you are अब तो तुम करोड़ों में खेलते हो.
correct, correct,
Uh, sure, but numbers are not true,
correct,
right? So I was like, it was not out of frustration. It was basically a bit of a sarcastic tone as well. But I wanted to tell people. I mean, even right now on LinkedIn, people are just saying, "Oh, someone got 1.5 CR package." Does that even make sense? No, right? Like
correct,
it doesn't make any sense. So people are still selling it, and that's kind of a uh, not demotivation. It's just lying out front in front
correct,
of people.
correct,
And people just get to realize that it's not the thing because 1.5 CR, okay, it's fine. You're paying probably 45% tax, 50
correct.
lakhs. Is it good? No, 50 by 3 is something
Correct.
very small amount.
Correct, correct. True, true. So thanks a lot, Rahul. Thanks for your time. We will see you soon. And anyone wants to connect with Rahul, LinkedIn ID is there in the description. And please like the video and share it with your friends. Hopefully, you enjoyed this talk. Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.